Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome back to another instant post-game reaction. And just when I thought, just kind of nodding off on why it's going to be a draw, Galeno made up for that missed chance in the first half. And boy, was it a wonder goal. But I've got my good friend James Rowe here with me. James, we're going to be knocking it out here, James. Tell me about it, James.
Well, I mentioned Helena in the preview. I mentioned Helena when the draw was made. You know, signaling how dangerous the man is. And we might not be the biggest YouTube channel in the world, but everything we say is the truth. I sincerely love coming on here to speak about European football. I've been doing it for about 5 years. I will always do it with pleasure. And the things I say them because I mean them. I told Arsenal fans to watch Heleno, and an amazing finish that's worthy of winning any game. I will be at the second leg in London, and I can see Porto scoring. My original prediction was 1-1 tonight and 2-1 at the Emirates. I'm sticking to that, but ill-disciplined from Arsenal tonight. Ill-disciplined. Why are we in this competition? To massage egos? Is that why we're in it? Arteta was quoted as saying, Champions League, you learn every day. No, Arteta hardly played in it. And when he did play in it, it was only a body to add to an ailing squad. However talented somebody is, nobody starts at the top. Sergio Conceição tonight proved what a competent and experienced manager can do at European level. I looked at their team and I messaged you to say that is their best team, with the emphasis on team. And their bench, Fabio Cardoso, Jaime, Grulic, the Serbian, Eustachiao. Their bench was stronger than ours. Their bench was stronger than ours, Alex. Their manager was stronger than ours. Their fight was stronger than ours. We may talk about money.
Oh, James, we've lost your audio, James. James, we've lost your audio. James. James, can't hear you, James. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. No. We can't hear James. James, we can't hear. Can't hear. Prosper.
Hi, Alex.
So whilst James is sorting out his audio, because James, we can't hear you, James. We can't hear you. I'm not sure what's happened.
Hi, James. Try to mute and unmute.
Let me see. Let's have a look at what's happened here. James, do you want to try again, James? Can't hear you, James. No.
Let him reconnect, maybe.
Yeah. Right. Good evening, Prosper. Your thoughts about this game here?
My thoughts about this game. Well, this is Champions League, a whole new level, a whole level higher. For me, it doesn't come as a surprise. These guys are not champions for no reason. They know how to win a game. And that's what football is all about. Sometimes you just don't have to play tidy. You don't have to play short football. You don't have to control the game. You just have to win the game.
Right, still can't hear James. Oh my goodness, what's happened? Yeah, go on, Prosper. Do you think Arsenal? How can I say this? Do you think they underestimated FC Porto?
Not really. If you look at how they played, they came here to win the game.
Yeah.
But one thing they didn't put into consideration is how to finish a game, how to win it. And that's been Arsenal's Achilles heel for a long time. How do we kill the game? You know, most of the games that we've won, even when we win big, you find we waste about 7 more chances out of 3 goals. See? But when you go to Champions League level, sometimes you just get that one shot, that one chance.
Yeah.
And that decides everything. You see?
James?
Like today, I don't think we had a shot on goal. I don't remember. Maybe I lost concentration somewhere, but I don't remember seeing the Porto goalkeeper make a save.
No. I mean, there were a lot of
Apart
corners.
from the corners.
I don't think they had a shot on goal. James?
Can you both hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Yeah.
We can hear you now, James.
The wonders of technology, eh? No, we didn't have a shot on goal. And Porto's goalkeeper looked very assured. It was a great team performance from Porto tonight. We love to say that we've got lots of money, but it's 11 against 11. And I thought the selection of Conceição and the bench, their bench was stronger than ours. Fabio Cardoso, Ivan Jaime, Grulic, Eustachio to come on and impact this game. I said about Heleno when the draw was made and we did a preview, and when we previewed the game earlier this week, there were Arsenal fans, Adrian Clark on the Arsenal player. Oh, Porto would love to get to the quarterfinals. Be a great achievement for them, is what he said. They've won this competition twice. We've never won it. And we never learn at European level. Tonight is a carbon copy of the Sporting tie from last year. And it's the same nation. So the small differences, the smartness and the intelligence of Portuguese players and Brazilian players. And I just think with Arsenal, tonight just proves, and I will be at the second leg in London. And I can see Porto scoring. And I will stick to my original prediction of, I thought it was going to be a draw in Portugal. We lost. And I think we'll win 2-1 at the Emirates. But whether that will be enough, I'm not so sure. But should we not get through, let it be known that Arsenal Football Club were never, ever, ever good enough to win this competition. Who has 25 bites of a cherry never to win it? We do. Who views the Champions League as a cash cow and a source of income rather than trying to win and enhance sporting achievement? We do. And it's embarrassing. It's not embarrassing getting eliminated. It's embarrassing where the only form of motivation is money. Money. Oh, we haven't been in the Champions League knockout for 7 years. There's a reason for that. And then when we get back into it, our best player this season gets booked within a minute. And does well to keep the discipline. But I just, well done to Porto tonight. Well done to all involved. They fully deserved their victory. But same old Arsenal, especially in Europe.
Yeah. Prosper, I know you've been one of Mikel Arteta's biggest critic, but sure, aren't the players good enough to have got a result tonight? Or was it down again to the manager's inability to get the tactics right, Prosper? And I think Prosper's gone. We've lost Prosper. James, I'll put the question to you. Look, we've said even from the game last year against Lisbon, it was down to the tactics, and they did their homework. And as you rightly said, I can see FC Porto scoring at the Emirates.
Yeah. And I just, we have a manager who, it's as if he smirks and smiles as if he's in the position that he's in, and he's so happy to be manager of Arsenal and so proud, and hides behind his passion. It's not passion. It's inexperience and nerves. Did you see Sergio Conceição barking like a madman tonight?
No,
No, he didn't.
no, no.
You saw him just with simple gestures showing belief in his players. Simple gestures of and eye contact with his players, you know, and giving his players belief. Sergio Conceição is already a better manager than Mikel Arteta will ever be. And Sergio Conceição has shown that at European level, he scored Arteta tonight. How can we go away to a European counterpart and not have a shot on target? How? Having scored 11 goals in our last 2 games. How? But again, it's attitude. Arteta needs to thank his lucky stars that he's in the position he's in. And people will go, oh, we'll turn it around at the Emirates. And these will be the same people. But if Porto knock us out, they're as thick as 2 short planks, where they'll say, oh, we can concentrate on the league now. Liverpool won 4-1 tonight. It doesn't matter what we do if Manchester City and Liverpool keep winning. Doesn't matter what we do. We are a brand. We are a brand that just happens to play football. That is what we are.
James, you know what? Let's go into the live chat. I see there's been some comments, strong comments in the live chat, and one here from Colin. Colin, good evening to you. He says a sad, uninspiring performance, and we've got Jack, who is another critic of Mikel Arteta as well. That was disgusting. We better batter them in the second leg. That was our strongest 11, and we couldn't make one single shot on goal.
Attitude. Attitude. This is just, I think the money floating around in England, people's brain, I think saps it. Oh, we're playing the Portuguese tonight. It's okay. It's all right. We're one of the favourites for the Champions League. Are we? Heckers like. But this is what was said before the kickoff. We're one of the favourites. We're in with a chance. We got no chance. And it was our last chance. So this is the first part of the last chance to win this thing. And look what happens. You've got people on the website saying, oh, it's important for the next 7 years. You must be joking. There won't be a Champions League in 7 years' time. What on earth is going on? It's like a different parallel world. Prosper, great to have you back, by the way.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Prosper.
man. Yeah.
Go.
Great to have you back.
So, Prosper, I was asking a question about surely the players are good enough, or is it the fact that Mikel Arteta still is not experienced enough in his tactics, in galvanizing and inspiring his players to get them over the line?
As James has clearly said it, this goes beyond the manager. When you have a whole negative approach towards something from the top, even the manager hasn't got that feel in him, that fight in him to say, let me do this, because he knows he has the backing. He will still get his signature signed on some piece of paper at the end of the day. So he's not motivated enough or inspired enough to push himself further than he can push himself. That's the first point. So even if he had the experience or didn't have the experience, it all starts from the owners of the team and now right into the pitch. As I was saying, when things happen, when everything on the group, I stress it out. When things happen backdoor, when the backdoor deals start happening right from the top, they end up in the pitch. Player for player, are we any better than Porto? First 11, I think we're better than Porto. Yes, they may have brilliant players here and there, but all in all, we're better than Porto. First 11. But their willpower to win has carried the day to day. And it's no surprise that these guys win the league, the Champions League here and there, because all the time they are killing giants. It's not like they're the biggest club in the tournament every time they've won that tournament.
Great
They're
point.
actually the smallest club in financial wise. They are amongst the smallest club, but their fighting power is there for a reason. They are pride for the team. What pride do we have as Ghanaians? Because we've accepted to accept low standards, even the fans. Anything negative, you're being too negative about the team. But these are the points we stress out every day.
Yeah.
Poor
Yeah.
ball control of Kai Havertz. Some games you just get one chance. So if you have poor ball controls, you have several shots on goal and only manage to score 3 goals and you're very happy. Now, when you have no chances on goal, what happens? And you have that one chance. Do you win the game? No. This is what champions are made of. This is what champions do. So unless we start thinking like champions as a team, we're not going to win anything. To just be, oh no, but give him time, give him. How much time does Arteta need? I mean, you level up, you say you can pick up the Arsenal job, then you're supposed to be up to the Arsenal level. And Arsenal level is top 4. So top 4, you're expected to perform in the Champions League. You're expected to win the league. You're not managing West Ham or probably what's this other London team? Small teams. They're not managing any of those small teams. You're managing a club that's expected to win the league, the Champions League. And excuses are only going to last 2 days. The third day, everybody's going to notice you are goofing. And this is exactly where we are as Arsenal. If we make it at Arsenal, we can make it, yes. But today has clearly shown us how far we are. When I say we're a second-tier team, this is exactly what it is. You know, if we can't beat Porto, we can't manage to hit a shot on goal. Then we're a second-tier team. Forget about, oh, we're a big club, big signings, what? Forget about that. I don't talk about, no, we're no longer a big club in England. Let's face it. We're no longer a big club in England. Not until we certify that with a medal, with a cup, with a Premier League cup. If we don't certify that with a cup, we're no longer a big club. We're just there participating. As I said, we're there to fill numbers all the time. Premier League, we're there to escort everyone, become champions, and we're comfortable with top 4. Champions League, the same thing.
James.
I want to compliment Prosper on his fantastic point that Porto kill giants. And if you look at their triumphs, in 1987, beating Bayern Munich in the final. You look at their triumphs to knock out an excellent Manchester United side en route to winning 2004. And he makes a fantastic point about they kill giants. We could learn to do that. If we had the right attitude, we could learn how to do that. But we've had 25 bites of this cherry and we don't learn. I do not understand how I was 11 years old the last time I saw Arsenal win a European trophy. I'm 41 in September. I've been fortunate to attend, but FC Porto will be my 34th European match as an Arsenal fan. I find it quite embarrassing how I've seen so much European football in my lifetime, but I was 11 years old the last time I saw Arsenal win a European trophy. Why on earth can't we try to mix things up? Why can't we play 5-4-1 away from home? Why can't we try that? Why can't we try 4-5-1 away from home? Why can't we try to take the sting out of games? Why are we led by a form of activism where we appear to be everything? We want to be everything to everyone. We can't be that. We are a global club. Of course we are. And we have global fans who are extremely intelligent. Like the point Prosper makes tonight about Porto being giant killers. They kill giants. Brilliant point. But we appear to be forgetting we are first and foremost a football club who hail from South London. Originally, we are now North London. And I think our attitude in Europe is completely wrong. We need to be out of Europe for a long, long time, or we need to have someone come along and teach Arsenal Football Club what it means to play in Europe, game by game, brick by brick, because it certainly isn't going to happen under the current manager.
But James, we've been saying that for the longest time, that we need to be out from European football to
Yeah.
just kind of recamp and learn our lesson. And we
Yeah.
were, but we still
Yeah.
not learn our lesson, James.
Because it's all about it's about money. It's about we view the Champions League as a cash cow. If you look at our league position, we appear to have almost be well on our way to securing top four again next season. Next season's Champions League will be a closed shop. It will be completely irrelevant what happens next year, because you will have a league table system where it won't matter what happens next year. This was our last chance to become the 24th team to win this famous competition. And the first step of our last chance, we've fallen. We have fallen. And we've got to try to turn it around in the second leg. I'm sure there's lots of Arsenal fans that will say, oh, we'll turn it around like we did in 2010. We haven't reached the quarterfinals of this competition for 14 years. Have a think how long that is. 14 years since Arsenal last reached the quarter-final of this competition. 18 years since we last reached the final of this competition. But we appear to be, at the moment, just a brand that happens to play football. And it's very sad.
All right, let's go to a live chat. So Pesci, good evening, says Saka, Martinelli, and one wrong pass from Jorginho credit a goal for Porto. Well, you got to remember, actually, they should have gone 1-0 up in the first half, and we didn't have a shot on target. So although it was a missed pass, they took the opportunity. So I'm not looking for any excuses. There are no excuses here.
And they deserve their.
Of course they did. Of course.
They deserved their win. They really
Look
did.
here,
They got everything on them. Well done to Porto.
Yeah, prosper.
Look here, as for me, I'm done with excuses with Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If I'm a defender, like a defender's experience as Pepe, I look at Kai Havertz, I look at Trossard. I'm comfortable there. Pepe has roughed up with the biggest of defenders, strikers, the Drogbas, the Benzemas. He's done it with the best of the best.
He's going to be 41.
Do you think you'll be shaken by the profiles of Kai Havertz and Trossard? It was a good day for them there at the back there. They really had a good day. Their training is even much harder than the game they had as defenders today, as centre backs. Why? It all comes back to the same point we bring up. Don't just spend money carelessly. You need a big number 9 in there. If we had a big number 9 in there, we had options of crossing in high balls for headers. But we didn't have a target big number 9 there, so we're limited to ground play. And Porto have got athletic players. I remember, is it last week or the other week? I read something on TikTok. I heard something on TikTok. Michael Owen was saying, real talent in English football has gone out. There are no longer talented players in English football. All you need to have is that pace and be the fast runner. You get yourself a position in the English team. And that's what we saw exactly today. The brains are put somewhere else. All they were thinking of is, let's make them run. Let's make them run. To what end? And they knew. They just held it back and they knew they're going to mess up somewhere. We're going to score a goal.
Yeah. I mean, for all the possession that that Arsenal had, FC Porto looked more threatening than Arsenal.
Exactly. You can have all the possession. It goes back to what we always say, that Miki Taka. You can pass around the ball, you can have all the industry, but if you have no end product to it, it's useless. People won't remember Arsenal was playing a attractive football and whatever. They will remember the guys that carried the day, the guys that carried the trophy. That's all we remember.
Good point. James, do you want to say anything else before I go back into the live chat for the last time?
Well, I just think that, our attitude in Europe, it just dumbfounds me. It really does. We appear to be more concerned with a form of activism and being everything to everyone, rather than trying to improve our sporting standing. There was a time where we had more league titles than Man United. There was a time. we've been overtaken. Ryan Giggs won as many league titles as we have done in our entire history. You know, Manchester United won 3 European Cups. Chelsea have won 2 of them. Aston Villa have won 1. Nottingham Forest have won 2. And this tournament is littered with nearly men. Well, it's what we are. I just can't believe that we've had so many bites of the cherry and we never learn. So I'd rather not be in it. I'd rather not be in it. But we'll be in it again next year. And then the same thing will happen. The same thing will happen until this tournament gets expunged, which it will do. But when you've got people on, like the Arsenal player, like Adrian Clark tonight, oh, it's important to be in the Champions League for the next 7 years because we've been out of it for 7 years. There won't be a Champions League in the next 7 years. So what are you talking about? And it's just, it's as if it's like a gravy train. And we're more concerned with staying on a gravy train and becoming activists rather than improving our sporting standing as a football club. And I find that incomprehensible.
James, do you know what Arsenal's overall XG was going into this match?
Couldn't care less.
Neither could I. Neither could I.
The most important part is the score.
Absolutely.
And we lost 1-0.
Yeah.
We lost.
Yeah.
Go and find the biggest dustbin you can find and chuck all your jargon in it. Because honestly, it's people have the memory spans of a goldfish. You know, of a goldfish. We underestimated our opponent, who, as Prosper so rightly said, they kill giants. We don't.
We've never killed a giant in Champions League.
Yeah, let me go into a live chat for the last time. So Colin goes on to say, we played that very slow pre-Dubai football. Why did we really go there playing for a draw? Did we play for a draw? Did we? I don't think so.
Okay. Let me get in on that one. Arsenal played fast football today, but as I've just made a comment on the group, it's about the manager. The manager didn't know what to do up front, how to unlock that Porto defense. It's like every formula he had for Liverpool and all the games we've won didn't even get him a shot. So what does he do next? He was lost even on bench. He didn't know who to substitute. He didn't know what to do. He was just lost. It was about him having that, the knowledge base. His knowledge base is not up to that level. You know? So the players didn't know what to do. Okay, how do we unlock, as James was saying? Why don't you change the formation? None of that happened. It was just stagnant. One formula, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We go back home, pack and go. If it works, it works. That's what I saw. So for me, I think the manager really is not on that level. And this is where we pay the price. You can win a few games here and there, but when you come to a certain level, you need a manager that knows. Just observe when it reached 80th minute, how Porto started applying pressure on us. You know? Pressure was applied right from the centre backs. They were pressing the ball that hard. You knew that these guys wanted us to force us into a mistake so that they can capitalize on it. And they were coming. And that's when he made those substitutions in the 80 plus minutes. 85, I was like, what is this manager doing? But I knew he's skilled like that. These guys, the Arsenal players are tired and their manager has no ideas. Let me put in attacking players and change everything. And they forced us into making mistakes. Actually, we made about 2 or 3 mistakes, and one of them was a goal. In that midfield.
Yeah. But James is right. You know, Sergio Conceição is vastly more experienced than Mikel Arteta. Vastly more experience.
Simplicity. He's not jumping around his technical area like a madman. It's a simple communication with his players. Simple, subtle communication with his players. I just received a message from a Dutch colleague of mine who says the Arsenal last 16 curse. Oh, I just Monaco, I was there, the 3-1 defeat at the Emirates. Bayern Munich in 2013, the greatest team I've ever seen play live, that went on to win a German treble. I will be there in 3 weeks' time. I will stick to my original prediction of a 2-1 victory, but whether that will be enough, I don't know. But I just think to myself, so much European experience and so little in return. So little in return. If we actually had from the top down, let's win the Champions League. You imagine giving a mandate to Arsene Wenger. Arsene, you've got 5 years to win this. You don't win it in 5, you're out. No, we give you 22. Just Unai Emery brought us to our first European final in 13 years. And we dropped him like a bad habit when things started to go wrong. Are we any further on? From tonight? Looked like a Wenger performance at the back end of his time. But again, it doesn't matter. People will try to talk about it being okay. It'll be okay. What are you going to do if he scores in 3 weeks' time? What are you going to do when you get knocked out? I'll tell you what's going to happen. If we get knocked out, you'll have the same supporters who are as thick as 2 short planks saying, oh, we can win the league now. No chance. As of tonight, we are 5 points behind Liverpool, and they have played a game more. We've got to go away to Sheffield United, Tottenham, Wolves, Manchester City, and Manchester United. You think we're going to win the league? No. We'll end up trophyless again, and then Mr. Lego Head, as they love to call him, where his hair's never out of place. He'll keep his job, won't he? He'll keep his job. But where does that leave us long term? I was fortunate enough to interview Dave Kitson when I wrote for World Football Index. Dave Kitson played for Portsmouth and Stoke and Reading, and Dave Kitson said to me, without your history, you're nothing. Now, we have won 49 major trophies. The 2 European trophies we have won are now defunct. So it's about time we wrote some new memories, isn't it? But we can't because we don't know what to do.
Yeah. Colin says, to James's point, aside from the sideline shenanigans, does he think he is giving his squad any confidence, making them sit when the team is on the field begging for an impact sub? He dumped on his bench, and then the assembled says, question: if Arsenal finish, go on, James.
No, because he does lack of experience. However talented somebody is, a talented musician, a talented computer programmer, a talented artist, nobody starts at the top. Nobody starts at the top. And the fact remains is that Mikel Arteta started his managerial career at the 3rd biggest club in the whole of England. Where do you think you're going to go after that? Barcelona or Paris Saint-Germain? What, because you played for them? He also didn't play for Barcelona. He was only at the academy. And it's as if managers these days, you can't plan a career. You can have hopes and ambitions, but you cannot plan a career. And he's using Arsenal for his own benefit. And, I'm a legend at the club. You are not a legend at the club. He was only brought on the last day of a transfer window as another body in a wafer-thin squad who were going to play Champions League football. That was it. We just appear to want to be, we're okay. We're in fashion. We are destroying our reputation with things like this. We are not a charity, but we have been taken over by Manchester City, Chelsea, taking us over. They've won something that we can't even get our heads around. And they've won these competitions. So whereas they go on and lift the trophy, as Prosper says, people remember the names of the players who lift the trophy. Manchester City and Chelsea have done something we will never do. You can have 100 cracks to the whip. Never.
Exactly
They
my
didn't
point.
5 bites of the cherry, did they?
Mm.
We do.
James, possible I think we have the last say because I know it's quite late in Malawi.
Yeah,
So
exactly my points on the group. When I say these things, I'm labeled the rebel. I talk about last time I was talking about Man City and they have more fans. Why? Because they're winning trophies. And people are like, Arsenal is still a global entity. And what are you talking about? Is it a global entity to soccer fans or media pundits that want to put on jerseys and look good in the streets? Because to soccer fans, we're no longer a global entity, as James has put it. It's teams that win trophies, big trophies that attract fans, real soccer fans, not mediocres who just want to put on a jersey and look good in the street or about the label. You know, that's the first thing. The second thing is that I don't even know how to put it in words like, why is it that our team has all its priorities wrong? Starting from the top, right now, even the fans, people are always putting statistics. Ateta has achieved this against Wenger, against Ferguson, and whatever. We're all about statistics. The other day we had an argument about, oh, England is rated highly. So what about the rating? All that people remember are teams that win things. Ateta can win all those games, but if he doesn't win major trophies, it's useless because you can win against the Burnleys and the whatever. That doesn't change anything. What matters is, have you won the trophy
yeah,
at the end of the day? You
yeah.
see, so as James has said it, Ateta came through the back door. He hasn't learned the trade. Honestly, this is as ambitious and as useless as a club can be. A club at that level, I cannot hire. If I'm, say, a billionaire worth 10 billion pounds or 10 billion USA dollars, I cannot hire an inexperienced college graduate to handle my finances. Never. I'll need somebody with that pedigree, with that history of success, because that's big money. Arsenal is big money. Then you don't go and pick a college graduate and put that college. Even Everton knew how to sign Ancelotti. What excuse do we have as Arsenal not to sign a big name? You know,
Mm.
we can't say it's about the money. We can't say it's just us being stupid. You know, sorry to use this word, but Arsenal has just become a stupid club. You don't
Mm.
assign a manager who has no experience and then you're hoping to make him change. That's a high level. You don't have time to practice. You don't have time to experiment with the Kai Havertz. You have time. The only time you have is to perform in the pitch. You don't have time to teach players how to ball control or how to pass. That's high level football. You have to teach them the tactical know-how. Okay, these guys are probably going to attack you from this wing, from that wing. You got to cover like this and like that. Basic, because those are professionals at a high level. If I'm coaching Nottingham Forest, yes, I can go into the basics a bit, but I'm coaching Arsenal, third biggest club in the league, and probably top 10 or top 15 in world football, you know?
Mm. Mm.
So the players that come at the club must know the basics of football. You see? That's why I remember, is it Thierry Henry or somebody was saying, I was given there was an interview about Messi, and then this player was Boateng, I think. He was saying, you know what? When I used to play with Messi, there was a time Pep Guardiola came in the dressing room. He managed everyone, talked about everything. Messi wasn't even in that dressing room. He just came in, put on his boots, and took on his jacket. He was off to the pitch, and the guy scored. It was a Champions League game, and he scored 3 goals in that game. There are managers you don't, there are players you don't even need to manage in the pitch because they know what they're going to do there.
Yeah.
You see, and that's the level Arsenal is supposed to be at. Ronaldinho the same. The Ronaldo from Brazil was the same. These guys know what to do on the pitch. You just have to give them tactical know. And okay, the boy is gonna move like this and like that and like that to unlock that defense. Okay, fine. But the highest players, top high players, they don't even need to listen to that. They will just go and perform on the pitch. Do we have those players? Then people are all over the place throwing their tantrums. Saka is one of the world class. Did you see anything world class in there today? Exactly. This is what I was talking about. When the level goes high, you know, Gilano was even more world class because at least he was trying, and Ben White, Saliba kept bringing him down, but Saka was just numb. Basic football, the everyday things he doesn't want to twist it up, turn it round. So basically, for me, we are just reaping what we saw a long time ago with these cronky guys.
Dear. I thought I've got to end. Listen, we can go on for another half hour, but it's quite late over here. And what I would say is to those people who said, "Oh, FC Porto, we're going to beat them." You guys, I don't know.
Look at the score. Look at the score. Can I just say one final point?
Yeah, James.
I think tonight some great points has been made by everybody. When you look at the Arsenal website now, what do you see? You see advertisements for what channel the game will be on in a certain country worldwide. You see a gallery of photos from the game at the Emirates with the women's football last Saturday. An amazing gallery of photos. You see them harking back to the Invincibles 20 years ago. You see them talking about Thierry Henry scoring his 228th goal, also 12 years ago. And the most important game in our history, we had the so-called best player we've ever had, who wasn't even on the pitch, I might add. He was on the bench in Dennis Bergkamp. We had Thierry Henry bearing down on Victor Valdez, only not to chip him, but to whack it in his arms. And then say, oh, my legs just gave way. You're joking. If we'd have won that game 18 years ago, I might add, we would be in a completely different position. But we love to talk about the past. We love to talk about the past. We love to talk about the past. I will leave everybody with this. Under the current regime, we have no future.
There you go. Quite emphatic. And on that note, I did actually say in my prediction, actually between James and myself, I thought it's going to be 2-1 to Porto, but they still got the win nonetheless. So they go to the Emirates with the win ahead of Arsenal. And if this is what Arsenal can bring, it's not much. Prosper, thank you very much. I know it's quite late in Malawi. What time is it? 12? 1?
It's actually 13 minutes to 1 a.m.
There you go. Oh my goodness.
But 5 to 12 here. 5 to 12 here in Amsterdam. But great to speak to you all, and see you soon.
Brilliant. So that's it, people. Thank you. You will see me on Friday for the East Talk, where we're going to be talking about stats. I'm sick and tired of stats, absolutely. But we're going to be talking about it on East Talk on this Friday. Anyhow, this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.